Hello everybody, lovely to be here again today, and we're talking today about the limiting belief of I don't know the right people. How can I change job, get ahead when it's not what you know, it's who you know, and I don't know the right people. So you're absolutely right, first of all, okay? If you're struggling to get ahead and it's because you don't know the right people, then it's a really good idea to try and do something about that. It's not a good idea to just sit in that mentality of, well, you know, it's all right for somebody else because they know people. You know, we can't just sit there and wallow in this, well, that's a good excuse for me not doing the thing that I want to do. The answer, of course, is that it's quite simple, although not always does it feel easy, to get to know the right people. The answer is in networking. And I know that as I'm saying that, there are people who will watch this video and say, oh, I've heard that before. The reason you've heard it before is because it's true. The answer is in networking. But look, networking does not have to be cringe. It doesn't have to be that really horrible, awkward, overly professional, overly serious thing that you have to do. All networking is meeting some new people and having some conversations. That's it, okay? That is it. So please don't be scared about networking. First thing to do is to, buckle up the courage and decide that you're going to give it a go. And the second thing to do is to try out a few different places to go networking. You can absolutely try a formal networking event, one that actually has networking in the title. Yeah. But also just think about it like this. You could be networking at the office get together. You could be networking at a trade show. You could be networking at any event where there is more than just you and your cup of coffee, okay? Networking can absolutely be one-to-one. It can also be done in a group. Try out a few groups. If you are going to go networking in a formal way, in terms of, an organised way, try out a few groups and make sure you find the right one for you, because not all networking events, not all networking groups are made equally. I don't like, at this point in my life, I don't like the networking groups that require me to get up at stupid o'clock in the morning and go and have a really structured meeting and possibly be sent away with goals and expectations and all of that kind of thing. That's not right for me right now. It might have been earlier in my career, it might well have been, or if I was doing something different now, that could absolutely be the right thing for me. But for me now, I really quite like it to be relaxed. I quite like it to be informal. I like there to be some food involved, or at least, some refreshments, and I like it to be a bit of fun. That's why I created or developed, along with Maureen Townsend, the Devon Women in Business group. We do brunch, we do a bit of fun speed networking, we do barbecues and just fun events, and we tie all of that in. So I'm going off, relaxed and fun for the people who are coming along. And it's also a female environment, which, well, if you know, you know, okay? So you could be watching this and you may not be female and you may not be in Devon. All I'm going to say to you is find a group that suits you, okay? If you go along and you really don't like it, you don't have to go again. You can find somewhere else. But remember, there's somebody who knows somebody who can help you. When you go to networking, don't think of it as, oh, I'm going to networking and I've got to find a job, make a sale, or give yourself some really serious goal with that networking event. Go along and think, my goal is to meet some interesting people. My goal is to have some interesting conversations. My goal is to ask people what they do and to see how I might be able to help them. Yeah. Don't always go along to a networking event thinking, what's in it for me? Yeah. That's a top tip, actually. If you go along with that energy and you come away and you think, well, I didn't meet anybody that can help me right now, you might think it was a waste of time, but it isn't. If you go along thinking, I'm going to meet people, I'm going to be friendly, I'm going to be approachable, I'm going to have some really interesting conversations, I'm going to ask them questions about themselves, then I promise you'll make a really great impression, and they will start to ask you questions back, and before you know it, you'll be into a really nice conversation where you are actually building a relationship. Building relationships is the foundation to all success. You cannot be successful if you're not good at building relationships with other people. But start small, you know, you don't have to just suddenly transform your personality. If you're an extrovert, this might feel easier for you. If you're an ambivert, somebody who enjoys getting out and about but also needs their own time and their own space, you know, this will be okay. If you are an introvert, it's okay. In fact, introverts are often the most successful people at networking events because you're so good at listening to other people and to what they have to say. So plan a few good questions before you go along that you can ask somebody that you've never met before. Should I give you an example? How about asking something like, what are you working on at the moment? What's going well for you at the moment? Keep it light, keep it positive, yeah? What's the biggest success you've ever had in your career? Yeah, you don't want to get into a pity party. You want to be known as the person who lifts the conversation and brings the vibration up. Okay, there was something else I was going to mention. What was that now? Let me think. Okay. So the limiting belief that we're talking about is not having the right connections. And the only way you're going to find the right connections is to get yourself out there and meet people. I should also say that you don't actually have to physically go out, do you? You can network online. There are lots of online networking events happening all over the country for all different industries. And, you know, I'm sure that you'll be able to find one that's really great for you. So you can sit there behind your camera and just talk to other people on the screen, or you can actually get out there. But the important thing is to make that effort and to start to meet people. There's a lovely phrase actually, which is your network is your net worth. So your network is your net worth. The amount of people you know is fundamental to the amount of success, money, whatever that you can make. Because the more people you know, the more people you can ask for support, the more people you can ask for help, the more people you can sell to, the more people you can have great conversations with and gain referrals from. So, you know, it's about quality, not just quantity, but it is about having a decent amount of people to be able to succeed with and collaborate with. Networking without the cringe. I think we've covered that then. I hope you're happy. Let me know, will you, in the comments, whether you find networking really cringe and whether you've had a really bad experience or anything. But also let me know if you really love networking and you love getting out there and meeting new people. Other places that you can be networking where you might not even realise that that's what you're doing would be the coffee queue. You know, who's ahead of you in the coffee queue? Who's ahead of you in the lift? Who's in the lift with you? Who's climbing the stairs with you? Every time you say hello, every time you smile at somebody, every time you offer to help somebody, you have the opportunity to build a connection. You've created a connection, you have the opportunity to build a relationship. That's what networking is. So keep building your network. Get outside your comfort zone. If you need some support, please let me know. And, oh, I know what the other thing was. If you know someone who's good at this stuff, if you know somebody who is a networking king or queen, for goodness sake, ask them to invite you to their events or to help you get an invitation to an event that you want to go to, or to come along with you. Oh, I've just had a little notification here that says Sherry is watching. Hi Sherry, it's lovely to see you. I hope you're enjoying your day today. What do you feel about networking? Is it cringe? Is it great? What kinds of networking events do you prefer? What's been the most successful networking that you've ever attended or created yourself? Okay, that's all for me today. You can catch up with all of these videos about limiting beliefs on my YouTube channel. I'll put the link in the comments and all of that kind of stuff. And you can also book your free career clarity session at my website. That's louisejenner.com. For the rest of today, have a great time. Have a wonderful day, whatever you're doing, and I'll see you tomorrow. Tomorrow is going to be all about, where do I even start? I have no idea how to start my job search. Thank you, Sherry. Thank you. So if you're thinking, oh, okay, I'm ready. I've been overcoming some limiting beliefs about whether I can or can't, but I still don't know how to start my job search, how to change my career, how to move it on. Tomorrow is the day for you. I'll see you then. Bye-bye.